Jimmy Dykes of the Philadelphia Athletics had a 21-year Major League Baseball career, playing at second base and third base, mostly for the Philadelphia Athletics. I think he had 6 seasons with the White Sox toward the end of his career. But Jimmy Dykes was a very good defensive player, very good offensive player. He is thought to have the strongest arm in the league in his early days with the Philadelphia A's. He had a high of .327 batting average in 1929 when he helped the A's to the World Championship. He hit over 400 in that World Series. Dykes also managed and coached in the major leagues for 30 years, from 1934 through 1964. 12 of those years were with the White Sox. Went over 1,000 games as a manager, but didn't win a pennant. What I remember him most is portraying the White Sox manager in the Monty Stratton story about a pitcher, Monty Stratton, who won 20 games for the White Sox in 1938, but suffered a hunting accident, which cost him his leg. Fell into a depression, was helped out of it by his wife, and began throwing again, and was signed to the Texas League and won 18 games one season with a prosthetic leg. Also in that movie, the Monty Stratton story, is Bill Dickey and Gene Bearden, actual players portraying themselves. I think that movie was nominated for an Oscar on its script, writing of its script. I don't think it won, but it was nominated. But it is a good baseball movie. There's another Philadelphia A who is depicted as a manager, and that's Jimmy Fox, who actually managed the Fort Wayne Daisies in the Girls All-American Professional Baseball League in 1952. The character played by Tom Hanks was based on Jimmy Fox. Before we play Game 2 of the series between the 1934 Cardinals and the 1931 Philadelphia A's, here's a look at what the second round of the All-Time Greats tournament will look like. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics, bringing you to game number 79 of the All-Time Greats Tournament and game 2 of the series between the 1931 Philadelphia A's and 1934 Gashouse game, the St. Louis Cardinals. This game will be played with Apba Basics, except we'll use master rules for stealing and base advance on fly balls. The basic, those will be used with the merino boards, and the basic will be just single columns. I don't like doing the math, and this is what I use, merino boards. So today's pitcher, Paul Dean, is a B pitcher, so we use that column, and Urshel is the B pitcher also for the Philadelphia A's. We're ready to begin. Let's play ball. Paul Dean has completed his warm-up tosses. Brother Dizzy pitched his Cardinals to a 1-game lead yesterday with a 1-0 lead shutout of the 31 A's. Here is Max Bishop, steps in the box. And one thing about Max Bishop's card is notice the on-base percentage, 426. He was well known for drawing walks. Here's the pitch from Paul Dean. 25 is a 9. That's going to be a leadoff single by Max Bishop. B20 or R29 stealing. That letter R will keep him from going. Milhouse. 323 hitter. Here's the pitch from Dean. 54 is a fly ball to right field, caught by the right fielder Joe Medway. 1 down. Catcher Mickey Cochran. 42 is a 9. That's going to be a single. And let's see, the runner goes to second. A's have 2 men on, 1 out for Al Simmons, 390 hitter in 1931. Paul Dean from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 24 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs. Here is Double X, Jimmy Fox, the first baseman, sometimes called the Beast. 56 is the roll, and that is going to be 14, 2 balls and no strikes. 32 is a 26. Ground out to the second baseman. That's Frankie Frisch. He goes the short way to retire Cochran. 4-6. It's the end of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0. Cardinals are coming to bat. George Earnshaw is pitching for the Athletics today. He was a 21-game winner. 3.67. He was one of 3 pitchers on the A staff that won more than 20 games. We saw one yesterday, Lefty Grove, 131, and I believe Eddie Rommel's the other one. Here's the pitch to John Pepper Martin. 1-4 is a fly ball to Mil Haas in left field, 1 down. Jack Rothrock. 1-3 is a walk. C18 stealing. Moved to first for Earnshaw is 0. Cochran is going to be a -6, I think. Or -5. Not listed. And we talked about that yesterday. If they're not listed, a 9 will give them a -5 in my home rules. So, let's see. There'll be less than half a chance if he steals. Batter is James Ripper Collins, 35 homers in 1934 for the Cardinals. 51 is an 8 against a B. 27, that's going to be a ground out to the third baseman, Jimmy Dykes. Throws to first. Rothrock advances the second. There are 2 outs. Here is Joe Ducky Medwick, Triple Crown winner in the National League in 1936, I believe, 36 or 7. 45 is a 40. We're on second. That's going to be a ground out to the second baseman, 4-3. That closes out the first inning. The A's are fielding column 1. The Cardinals are fielding column 2. But we go to the top of the second inning. 0-0 is the score. Bing Miller leads off for the A's. He'll be followed by Jimmy Dykes and Dib Williams. Here's the pitch from Paul Dean. 1-2 is a 25. That's a X. It's a swing and a miss for strike 3, as Paul Dean has the X strikeout ladder. Jimmy Dykes. .61 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Leo DeRocher is up with it. Throws to first. 2 away. Here is Dib Williams. Single for Williams. That's a solid base hit. A's have man on with 2 outs. Now the pitcher, George Earnshaw. And the good thing with the A standpoint is the pitcher won't be leading off the inning. Here's the pitch to Earnshaw. 1-4 is a fly ball to the left fielder, caught by Jack Rothrock. That's the end of the top of the second. We go to the last of the 2. 0-0. Player manager Frankie Frisch leads off the bottom of the second for St. Louis. 26 is a 27. That's going to be a X, swing and miss, strike 3, 1 away. As George Ursall has the X strikeout letter. Spud Davis, the catcher. 25 is a fly ball to center field, caught by Bing Miller, 2 outs. And now here's the Cardinals center fielder, Ernie Orsetti. 63 is a fly ball to Miller. That's caught, and we go to the top of the third. No scores. Here's Max Bishop, who started off the ball game with a base hit, but only got to second base in the first inning. 64 is a walk by Max Bishop. I don't know why I already had the base runner there, but there he is. Mil Haas. 56 is a 34. That's going to be a pop out to the shortstop, Leo DeRocher. 1 away. Mickey Cochran. Mickey Cochran's hitting third in the order today, sometimes for the Connie Max A's. In his career, he led off. Here's the pitch to Cochran. 54 is a fly ball to right field. That's 2 outs. And now Al Simmons. Paul Dean goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch from the right-hander. 51 is an 8 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a X for a strikeout. And that's the end of the top of the third. A strand of runner. Don't score. We go to the bottom of the third. 0-0. Leo the Lip DeRocher leads off the last of the third for St. Louis. 61 is a ground ball to the shortstop, Dib Williams. Throw to first. 1 away. Here's the pitcher, Paul Dean. 1-1 roll for Dean. It's a hit column roll. And 14 is going to be a single for Paul Dean. Average speed at first has an N for stealing, which means never. Pepper Martin steps in the box. If you ever watched the video of When It Was a Game, there's a wonderful sequence, I think in the first edition of When It Was a Game, produced by HBO. You get a sequence of Pepper Martin playing a juggling act with baseball. Pretty entertaining, I think. Here's the pitch to Martin. 34 is a fly ball to center field. And that's caught by Bing Miller. 2 outs. Jack Rothrock. 35 is a 14, 2 balls and no strikes. Ursall has the Z modifier for walks. 1-1 roll for Rothrock. That's going to be extra bases. And 65 is a single. Runner goes to third. First and third Cardinals. 2 outs. Here is Ripper Collins. .25 is an 8 with first and third against the B pitcher. And that is going to be a single. Okay, Rothrock goes to third after Paul Dean scores. And that's an RBI single by Rip Collins, puts the Cardinals on the board 1-0. Here is Ducky Medwick. Ursall on the stretch. Here's the pitch to Medwick. 23 is a 12. Ground out to first base, 3-6. No, excuse me, 3 unassisted. Cardinals get on the board with 3 hits. They go to the fourth with a 1-0 lead. That might be all that these Dean brothers need. So all they needed yesterday. Jimmy Fox leads off for the A's. 1-1 roll for Fox. That is going to be a double for Jimmy Fox. No outs. The A's have a runner in scoring position for Bing Miller. He's followed by Dyson Williams. Miller will sacrifice Fox the third, try to get this game tied. 44. Oh, that would have been a hit. Man, oh man. It's a out at first, 3-4 sacrifice. Fox goes to third with 1 out. Here is Jimmy Dykes. Likes to try to get the ball in the air. The Cardinals are going to play the infield in. 1-6 is a 28. With the infield drawn in, that's going to be a fielder's choice. The runner's out on home. 4-2. And the batter goes to second on the throw. So call that a fielder's choice. 2 outs. Dib Williams, 55. That's an 8 against a BM runner on second. And that's a 26 play result, or a ground out to second base, 4-3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. A's are kept off the board. Score is 1-0 Cardinals. All right, Frankie Frisch leads off the bottom of the fourth for the Cardinals. He came to the New York Giants in 1919, helped the Giants to a pennant in 21, 22, 23, and 24. Then he was traded to the Cardinals in 1927. Here's the pitch to Frankie Frisch. Frisch is a 7. See, that's going to be a leadoff single by the manager, Frankie Frisch. C20 stealing. Here's Virgil Davis. Not had a lot of running in this series. 26-24 is going to be a 6-4-3 double play, turned by Williams and Bishop. So with the twin killing, there's 2 outs. And Ernie Orsatti. 1-5 is a 10 against the B. That's going to be a base hit. Leo DeRocher, the 8th place hitter. Rolls a 23. That's going to be a ground out to third base. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. 1-6. Go to the 5th. St. Louis 1 and Philadelphia 0. Phillies pitcher George Earnshaw leads off the 5th. 51 is a single by the pitcher Earnshaw. Max Bishop. He'll swing away. 35 is a 14, 2 balls and no strikes. He singled and walked. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Jack Rothrock is under it and makes the catch. Here's Mule Haas. 25 is a 8 against a B pitcher. 27 is a fielder's choice, or X. Dean's got the X, so it's a strikeout. 2 away. Here's Mickey Cochran. 21 is a fly ball to Rothrock and left. 3 up and 3 down after the single. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 Cardinals. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Paul Dean will lead off. He singled and scored the first run in the game, the only run in the game. Here's the pitch from Earnshaw. 44 is a 8. That's a fly ball to center field. Caught by Bing Miller. 1 down. Pepper Martin. 52 is a roll. That's a 27 or a X strikeout. Martin goes back to dugout, a strikeout victim. Here is Jack Rothrock. 12 is a 25. That's going to be a strikeout as well. We go to the bottom of the, or top of the sixth inning. St. Louis 1 and Philadelphia A's nothing. Right, A star Al Simmons will lead off the top of the sixth inning. Sometimes it's called Bucketfoot Al because he stepped toward third as he swung as a right-handed batter. Here's the pitch to Al Simmons. 65-35 is a pop to the catcher, caught by Spud Davis. 1 down. Here's Jimmy Fox. 1 for 2 with a double. 23 is a ground ball to third base. 5-3. That's 2 outs. It's a ground out the first of the Merino boards, but I changed it to third on my boards. Here is Bing Miller. 1-4 is a fly out to left field. Jack Rothrock makes the catch. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. A's are still not on the board. Cardinals have 1. Ripper Collins leads off the last of the sixth inning for St. Louis. 56 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. George Ursall has struck out the last 3 Cardinals he's faced. Here's Ducky Medwick. 6-6 roll. There's a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here for a home run. Medwick was determined he was not going to strike out, and over and above, he hits 1 out. It's 2-0, St. Louis. Frankie Frisch. 1-2 is a ground out to the next. It's a strikeout. 2 outs. And now Spud Davis. 61 is a roller to the shortstop. Dib Williams has it. Throw to Fox at first. 3 outs, but the Cardinals get back on the board. It's 2-0 St. Louis. 7th inning. Well, through 15 innings, Connie Mack's A's have not yet scored. 1930, they won the National League pennants 29-31. They didn't win another pennant until they were actually they didn't get to the playoffs until they were the Oakland A's in 1971. So it took 40 years to get back to the playoffs after 31. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Dykes. 65 is going to be a pop out to the catcher. Spud Davis, 1 away. Here's Deb Williams. .44 is a fly out to center field. 2 outs. Ernie Orsatti makes that play, and the pitcher, George Ursall, will stay in the game and hit with 2 outs. 55 is a fly out to center field. We go to the last of the 7th, 2-0 St. Louis. Ernie Orsatti will lead off the last of the 7th for St. Louis. He was married to an opera singer named Inez Gordon. Here's the pitch to Orsatti. 36 is a base on balls. And Orsatti has been on base twice today, singled and a walk. C19 stealing. Leo DeRocher is the hitter. 1-4 is a fly ball to left. 2 outs. Milhouse makes that play for the A's. Here's Paul Dean. 54 is a fly out to right field. 2 outs. And now the top of the order. And Pepper Martin. 6-6 roll for Pepper Martin. And in the excitement, I throw the dice off the table. Here we go. 41 is a 6. That's going to be a double. F runner scores. Orsatti, I think, is fast. He is. And so that's a run scoring double for Pepper Martin. Jack Rothrock comes up. Martin's at second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 3-0 Cardinals. 1-6 will finish the inning. That's a ground ball to the shortstop, Deb Williams. But the Cardinals score on the double by Pepper Martin. Extend their lead to 3-0. It's the 8th inning. The white elephant is about ready to leave. He's not happy. Connie Mack adopted the mascot white elephant early on in the 1910s based on a remark that John McGraw made with the Giants, talking about facing the A's in the World Series, and they were a bunch of white elephants. He meant it as a derisive comment. Here is Max Bishop. 53 is a 18. That will test the shortstop. DeRocher is a fielding column 1. It's going to be a single. So Bishop has been on base 3 times. 3 runs down. Mil Haas comes to bat. 43 is a 29. Fielder's choice, 1-6, retiring Bishop. Mule Haas is the base runner. Average speed at first. Here's Mickey Cochran. 53 is a 19. That will test the third baseman. And he is Pepper Martin's at 3. Fielding column 3. Single. And the runner goes to third. A's have a scoring threat with 1 down, and their best hitter, Al Simmons, coming to the plate. Cardinals will play the infield back. They're going to try to get a double play here in the 8th inning. Here, there is 1 out. Here's the pitch to 390 hitter Al Simmons. 22 is a hit column roll for Simmons, and the 1-2 roll is a 7. Okay, that's a 7. So first and second, but the A's finally score. Haas scores. On the RBI single by Al Simmons, it's 3-1. Past the point of weakness. That is, I'm going to reduce. Let's get Paul Dean up there. His pitching grade to C. Timeout. St. Louis will go to the bullpen. They're going to bring in Jesse Pop Haynes. He's a grade B pitcher, RZ modifiers. He'll be grade A for 1 batter, pitching to Jimmy Fox. Pop Haynes was a 21-year pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's the only Cardinal to play in their first 5 World Series, 26, 28, 30, 31, 34. And somebody asked him late in life what the secret to his longevity was. And he said, get 8 hours of sleep every night, watch what you eat, lay off the alcohol, and throw the ball where you're looking. Here's Jesse Haynes pitching to Jimmy Fox, 1 out, first and second for the A's, trying to come back in this game. 62 to 37. That is strike 1. Canes ahead of the count. Here's the pitch to the beast. Jimmy Fox, 22 is a 5. That's going to be a triple, and that will tie the game for the A's. 2-1 triple drives in Cochran and Simmons. It's 3-3 in the 8th. Cardinals runs to Paul Dean. You can close the books on Paul Dean. 7 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. Still only 1 out. Bing Miller at the plate. Cardinals will play the infield in. Here's the pitch to Bing Miller. 1-6 is a 28. That is a single through the drawn-in infield. Scores Fox. And Philadelphia has finally struck gold here in the 8th inning. They take a 4-3 lead. They have had 4 straight hits. 5 out of 6 hitters have hit safely. Jimmy Dykes. 21 is a fly out to right field. 2 outs. And now Dib Williams. 51 is a 9. That's going to be a single off a B pitcher. Pretty sure. Yes. And the runner goes to second. So Williams is at first. Miller goes to second. Timeout. Doc Kramer will hit for the pitcher, Earnshaw. Eddie Rummel will be warming up in the bullpen. He'll pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. I said in the opening that Rummel was a 20-game winner, not in 1931. That was wrong. It was Rube Wahlberg was the other guy who won 21 games. Here is the pitch to Kramer. 65 is a 35. And that's going to be a foul out to the catcher for the final out. But the Philadelphia A's on 5 hits, 6 hits, score 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning. They take a 4-3 lead over the Cardinals. Rip Collins will lead off for the Cardinals. They've led all the way in this series. From the opening gun till the top of the 8th inning, they've got some work to do here to eliminate the A's in Game 2. Here's the pitch to Rip Collins. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field, caught by Mule Haas. 1 down. Here's Joe Medwick. Eddie Rommel is the pitcher for Philadelphia. Is going to be a grade B pitcher. RZ modifiers. Here's the pitch to Joe Medwick. 55 is a single. Medwick is 2 for 4 with a home run and a single. F24 stealing. Moved to first is 2. We said 5 for Cochran, so Hall of Fame catcher. So 17. His chances of steal, 11 through 35, slightly better than half. Frankie Frisch does have the extra 31 on his batting card. So I think we're going to hit and run. There is 1 out. So the Cardinals start the runner. Here's the pitch from Rommel. 64 is a 36. A stolen base and a wild pitch. So I have to go with the wild pitch. The runner goes to third. Normally I would give the catcher a chance to throw, but he didn't catch the pitch. So wild pitch. We got now runner at first is moved to third. He's a tie and run. The A's will play the infield in. 41 is a 24 with the infield in. Let's see, double play, fly out, runner at home. Fly out is caught by the shortstop. Medwick tries to score. He was an aggressive player, and he's gunned down to the plate by the throw from Dib Williams. 3 outs, and the Cardinal rally is wiped aside. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Philadelphia A's 4 and the St. Louis Cardinals 3. St. Louis will bring in Wild Bill Hallahan to pitch the 9th inning. He is a grade D Y pitcher. He's got Max Bishop, the top of the order, Neil Haas, and Mickey Cochran. Bishop is 2 for 3. He's been on base 3 times. 52 is a 27. Ground out to third base. And Jimmy Dykes makes the play, 1 down. Neil Haas. Haas is 0 for 4. 1-5 is going to be a single. Never steals, Mickey Cochran. 26 is a 26. That's going to be a fielder's choice. Ground ball to the second baseman, Frankie Frisch, who flips to Droscher to retire Haas at second. 6-4. And then put Cochran at first. Fast runner at first base. Al Simmons. 2 outs. The pitch to Simmons, 51, is going to be a single. And the runner goes to third. There's 2 outs. They're going to count on Callahan to hold the A's here. Jimmy Fox is the hitter. He has doubled and tripled in the game, 2 for 4. There's the pitch to Jimmy Fox. 52 is going to be a 27, and the infield is back. It's a ground out to, that's a Y. Y, that's a strikeout. Callahan strikes out Jimmy Fox to end the top of the 9th. So the A's don't score in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Philadelphia 4 and St. Louis 3. Rummel will stay on to pitch the 9th for Philadelphia. He's got Spud Davis, Ernie Orsetti, and Leo DeRocher. Got 2 300 hitters to lead off the last of the line for the Cardinals. Cardinals are down by 1 run. Here's the pitch. 24 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Spud Davis goes back to the dugout, disappointed. Here is Ernie Orsetti. 42 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs, 2 Ks thrown up there by Rommel. He's going to dig in and try to get DeRocher. Here's the pitch to Leo DeRocher. 1-5 is a 8 against a beat. It's a fly ball to center field, caught by Bing Miller. That ends the ball game. The final score: the Philadelphia A's 4, St. Louis Cardinals 3. We'll be back with a wrap-up. St. Louis Cardinals had a chance to put away the 1931 Philadelphia A's in this Game 2 of the All-Time Greats tournament, and they held the lead through 7 innings. And not only that, they kept the A's off the board for the first 16 innings of the series, but there was an 8th inning explosion, and the A's turned the tables on St. Louis, scoring 4 runs in the 8th inning. So Philadelphia scored 4 runs on 13 hits, 6 of those in the 8th inning, and they committed no errors. The Cardinals had 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Eddie Rommel, and the losing pitcher is Jesse Pop Haynes for the Cardinals. Star of the game today is Double X, Jimmy Fox, who drove in the winning run in the 8th inning with a triple. He was 2 for 5 with a double and triple. Al Simmons and Mickey Cochran each also went 2 for 5 in today's game. So the A's survived. They will go back home and host the Cardinals for Game 3 of this series. It'll be the final game of the first round. Thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button, the like button if you like what you see. Have a good day. God bless.